Ugh. Ugh. The blicky, the blicky, the blicky, the blicky. All right, y'all. It is your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker. I'm gonna take y'all on a walk with me this morning. I figure I'm gonna let y'all get y'all day started with me this morning. Shout out to Sheed, we here. He did a live stream earlier today, just a few minutes ago, reminding us that health is wealth. And salute to my bro, Mr. Mac, because when we went live on Friday with Friday Night Financials, he and I have been keeping each other up to date in terms of just calisthenics. Every morning, get up in the morning, shoot each other a quick text. Hey, bro, you did your push-ups? There's a reason why we actually, I'm gonna edit this title. Hold on. There's a reason why we do that. And the reason why we do that is because we're both husbands, and there was a she what's going on. So there was a thing on Instagram by a guy by the name of Bully Juice, who's a fitness guy. And one of his things is he's the head of his family. And as the head of his family, he has to carry that weight of his family. Give me a second, y'all. I'm brushing my teeth. But he has to carry that weight of his family, right? So one of the things he does is when he does his push-ups, as the man in the family, he has to carry his family on his back. So he goes to the ground in prone position, push-up position, lays down, and he sets up to do his push-ups. He starts by letting his wife sit on his back, and then his children sit on his back. And then he'll do a routine of push-ups with his wife and children on his back. Now, there's a lot of guys who made this like that for one reason or another, and I get it. But at the end of the day, that is the role of the husband. What am I going to wear today? So, also, shout out to that Boss Up Challenge. You see me here right now, not dressed. But I told y'all, a man coming outside in a nice suit tie combo or shirt tie combo is equivalent to, or is to women, is the equivalent to what men see when we see a nice, attractive lady come outside and she's in a sundress or some nice fitting skirt. Notice I didn't say jeans, right? Or even some nice fitting slack pants, and they go over her curves just so nicely. And in the words of Sir Ism, who came over to that manosphere space and was whapping and tapping on a lot of you men's heads, you get to see that nice jiggly jiggly jack, right? You know, women will show off the jiggly jiggly, knowing men are looking, not for the men, but for themselves. So, men, we should start going out there looking good, right? Showing the women the jiggly jiggly, not for them, but for ourselves. Hold on. Soon you're gonna see me dressed. I gotta decide what I'm going to wear though. So let's see. Before I continue though, y'all make sure y'all hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. So I'm gonna do the double breasted today. I'm gonna do some sneakers today, so I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do sneakers. Let me just do the navy blazer. Oh, you know what? I could do. Do I want to do the all gray? Depends on the shirt I wear, huh? Let's see. This tie. So I'm setting it up now for what I'm gonna be wearing because, like I said, we got um we got the ability to have the jiggly jiggly show to the women, just like we got jiggly jiggly show to us from them, right? So now I got to decide what pants I'm going to wear. As I hear my youngest cat sitting there meowing like he's dying, I have my cats separated. Bear with me, all I got to put on a shirt. And you know I'm gonna get into my finance and stuff later, but I figure for now, let's just do some walking talk, right? I'm not gonna wear the pink shirt. I wore a pink shirt yesterday. Oh, do I do the khakis today? I could do the khakis. Yeah, let me do the khakis. Now the question begs, what shirt do I wear? Or do I just do a white shirt? I think I'll just do a white, actually. This shirt. Should I do the cufflinks? Or just the regular? In fact, I had to go get the cufflinks if I'm gonna do the cufflinks. So I do this, right? Navy, yeah, I'm gonna do the cufflinks today. We're gonna do cufflinks today, y'all. Right? Like I said, man, this is the jiggly jiggly, right? You don't think I'm gonna be getting up in the morning? Oh, what am I gonna wear to have niggas gawk at me, right? You don't think as much as men be in these spaces talking about how quote unquote much harlots and how sexual deviance and how much women want it as much if not more than men, which they actually do have a higher sexual proclivity than men. um, so if we know that, why don't we feed into that a little bit? Ain't nothing wrong with showing off the jiggly jiggly to the ladies, right? Like I said, the ladies will show off the jiggly jiggly to you, right? Um, Shout out to Sheed We Here. Shout out to I just actually saw her in your channel too, Lisa J Stocks. Um she's actually on the radar of a few people, and I explained to them, yo, she don't quite know yet. Why don't you back off of her? He said, listen, I understand she's, uh, a hardworking black single mother or a black mother. Those aren't the type of people I want to get at, but people like Prez, he was getting at, Prez the investor, so on and so forth. I don't like anyone who's not licensed, particularly giving retail investment advice because I have the license. I understand the, situation with it. Um, but that's why I want to shout out Lisa. She's actually going live a little bit later today. I'm probably going to go check her out. That's why I was mentioning things in your chat. She liked the high yield savings account, you know. And I'll actually show you guys that just because a lot of times even people like me with licenses, they advertise things to you, but they don't show you the fine print of, oh, in order for you to actually get this, you need to have that, so on and so forth. Right? So if you go to bankrate.com, generally the minimum deposit required to get those higher interest rate on those high yield savings accounts is a minimum of a $25,000 balance. Am I telling you not to do it? No, because guess what? You can start by saving $25 a week, $25 a month. And over time, you'll get to that $25,000 balance. You won't earn any interest until then, but you'll be getting to that balance. And that's a cool thing to have happen, right? So we got this here. TWP, what's popping, boy? So, like I said, I'm sitting here getting ready, getting dressed for the day. So I'm gonna show y'all slowly but surely. Hold on. So I'm gonna be wearing these cufflinks, right? And like I said, y'all are gonna see the transformation. So right now, like I said, I'm just in my morning clothes, no shirt and boxers. Just woke up from bed, got up, brushed my teeth, washed my face, all that good stuff. Well, I did that actually, wash my face and stuff while I was on with Sheed, and then he went off, and I was about to brush my teeth, but I said, "Screw it, let me go live because people enjoy my content." Right? Now I got actually, I'm gonna wear those pants. All right, so I'm gonna wear those pants. I'm gonna wear this shirt. I just got to get an undershirt now. Right? But I was mentioning high yield tech, or I could wear the black shirt with the blue tie. Now I want to wear the cufflinks, so I'm gonna wear the white shirt. Uh, Let me get a t-shirt so I can have something on under this. My towels and stuff. Yeah, I gotta start getting rid of this stuff because it's ridiculous. Movie cat. I'll find me a t-shirt. A t-shirt. If I could find a t-shirt, I'd be able to start throwing this outfit together. Uh, Then I got a lot of pink shirts. I actually like the color pink. That's why. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, we're gonna get the jiggly jiggly for the ladies today, right? Because like I said, a man in a nice suit tie combo, women look at that and they be like, mm, mm, mm. And I'm not your traditional husband, right? So just like, you know, guys, you can't really be too upset if your woman wants to make sure she still got it, right? Here's the thing. I was actually speaking to a young lady the other day, and a lot of young ladies get surprised at this. They be like, "Oh, you be flirting and looking at girls and da 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 da. You married?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm still a man. I'm still human, right?" So it's in my nature to look, and that doesn't mean that I have intent of doing anything other than looking. I'm a man. I have eyes, right? So, prime example, your wife is a woman. She has eyes. How do you think you got with her? She was attracted to something, right? Visually, she saw something she liked and she was attracted to it. So, we have to be, we can't be overly possessed. Oh my God, she looked at another man. I hope so. You know, she might only want or desire you just, and people, oh, well, she's got eyes for another man. No, that's a lack of confidence, bro. Self confidence, right? And you should also not have your woman in a position where she feels some type of way because you looked at another woman. I'm just looking, right? It's just like I'm a car guy, right? I like Mercedes, right? That's one of my favorite brands of car, right? Now, I own a Mercedes, right? An E350. That doesn't mean that if somebody comes up in an S550, I'm not going to look and be like, oh man, that's a great car. And you know what? Try and buy their car from them. I'm still paying for my car, right? So I ain't got time to be trying to get another car. It's just I can appreciate the beauty and style of this other man's car, right? That's all. Doesn't mean I covet his car. Doesn't mean I'm going to go buy an S550, right? My brother has a BMW. He's a BMW fan. When he got his car, I was like, oh man, that car is amazing. Got in it, drove it, and everything. Not changing from my Mercedes. I just happen to appreciate a nice looking car, right? So, you also, though, it is a little harder with men when we're looking because men tend to act upon it more often. Women just don't get caught acting upon it, where men do, right? So, like I said, I didn't even have anything in particular to talk about today. But since I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go live. Might as well do it, right? Oh, well, no, I didn't press my. Still, someone had to. Oh no, it's still empty. Cool. I'm gonna get me some shade stuff. Which blazer was I going to wear? I didn't forget because I know I'm wearing the what's the name sneakers. No, with the navy blazer. Yeah, with the navy blazer. So I'm gonna wear my navy blazer and get it going from there. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now. If so, cool. If not, cool too. Like I said, I'm just gonna take y'all for my morning walk with me, right? Go get me possibly something to drink. Let's see. All right. I got some updates on the internet stuff. All right. Do it left. Do it right. I'm on the internet trying to get my email on. Yeah, wait till y'all see the outfit, y'all. All right. Now remember, you seen me earlier in my Calvin Klein boxers and no shirt, right? So, like I said, we doing the boss up challenge, y'all. Right? Paige, what's going on? Hey, Paige, let me ask you, as a woman, right? Now, as a woman for men, Mister, he said, what's going on? As a woman, right? For men, we appreciate when we see, a lady come out in sundress, right? And you know, And like I said, not your traditional husband, but as a husband who's a good husband. And Mister, he said, "Sheed, we hear any married man can speak on this. If you're single, you can't really speak on it unless you're divorced. But if you've never been married, sir, I don't need you to speak on it. But also, any ladies, single or married, I want you to speak on it, right? So first of all, like I said, as a non-traditional husband, do I gaze upon other women? Yes. But I have no intention of pursuing any other woman, right? No intention whatsoever, right? Now, will I look and be like, man, she's attractive? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the. Give me 1 second here, right? So, as a husband, yes, you might see something that looks nice, but I'm not going to pursue it. I'm just viewing it on the spot. How's it going? I'm glad we got a couple ladies in here. So what I've been saying is men, especially, we've got a lot of men in the mating, dating, and relationship spaces, who are a lot of black men in the mating, dating, relationship spaces who feel a certain type of way. Shout out to Mr. He Said and Mrs. She Said. They pointed out they put shame and accountability. They speak on both ends, right? Mr. He Said will definitely speak to the fault of a lot of men. Mrs. She Said will speak to the fault of a lot of women. But there are a lot of men in this red pill space who will, I call, where's my hug at ass dudes, which I was one. I am an ex where's my hug at ass dude. That's a dude who in middle school or high school was, hey, where's my hug? But he wasn't getting, the yams, if you will, right? Such is life. Hey, question, y'all. Which cologne should I wear? So I have 3 different Mont Blancs. I have the Mont Blanc Red, the original Mont Blanc, right? This is Mont Blanc Sport. This is Mont Blanc Legend, and this is Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. Right? But so when a lady, right, a man sees a lady, we appreciate a woman who comes out in the sundress. And shout out to like I said, Uncle Sir Ism. We like to see when that sundress hits you and it says jiggly jiggly. Good morning, perfect imperfections. This is perfect. We got married men in the spot. Right? So, women, I want to ask you, ladies, on the spot and page, right? When you see a man who's in a nice suit tie combo, right? Is that equivalent to a man seeing a lady who's walking down the street in a nice sundress and it's attractive? Doesn't mean we want to pursue anything, but it's something nice to look at, right? It's like, wow, that's nice. It's just like, again, I am a Mercedes Benz fan. If I see a nice BMW come down the street, it doesn't mean that I'm going to go try switch to Beamer. I just happen to appreciate that was a nice looking vehicle, right? I am the single one. What's going on, single one? So yeah, like I said, ladies, I want to know your answer, right? Is a man dressed, in a nice suit tie combo, right? Is that equivalent to, what us guys see when we see a lady walking down the street in a nice sundress? Notice I keep saying sundress, not tight jeans that cuff her butt, right? Do the sport? Okay. I said in a nice sundress, right? I didn't say, cootie cutter shorts, right? Because there's different reactions, right? If you're walking down the street in cootie cutter shorts with your cheeks hanging out, you're gonna get a reaction, but it's probably gonna be, and trust me, ain't nothing wrong with that. I saw a lot of that yesterday because it was hot. And did I look? You damn right I looked. Because I like to see it, right? So I'm assuming that it's similar for women, right? You like to see a man dressed in a nice suit. It's not the same page, so it's not something that's like, man, that guy looks nice. Maybe let me undress him with my eyes. That's fair enough. Well, at the end of the day, I still like dressing like this. Right? So now, show you just a little bit. Bam, right? Now I haven't finished the outfit. Okay, not necessarily the same. Okay, but it's somewhat similar, right? It's something that a woman would probably appreciate seeing more than a dude with his jeans hanging off his ass, especially at 46 years old, right? And guys, the reason I'm saying this is because we're worried about not being taken seriously by women of a certain age, right? But we're walking around dressed as if we're 22, right? So we're going to get treated as if we're 22, right? We're going to get the reaction as if we're 22. Yeah, a man looks. That's the nature of a man, to look but don't touch, right? That's what I'm saying. We can look but not touch, right? I look all the time. I don't touch though, right? And even my wife, when we're out, she, oh boy, here goes some big booty Judy. Go ahead and break your neck. Go look. Right? Now she teases me about it. Now I don't even be wanting to look because I'd be like, she beat me to the punch. Kind of like Eminem did on 8 Mile, right? He used, oh, listen, I know I'm a white trailer park trash, da da da. And then all of a sudden, you know. So let me show you guys the footwear before I throw on the blazer. Right? Now, if he's invited to touch, that might be an issue. Right? So these are the Jordans. Like I say, ain't nothing wrong with Jordans. I got Jordans, right? But these are my Roberto Cavallis. Right? Just so you see. Roberto Cavallis. Right? Now, it's striking the resemblance that this shoe has to this shoe. I'm sorry, this sneaker has to this sneaker, right? They're strikingly similar. Now, this one was substantially more expensive than this, right? But, and I don't even wear sneakers that often. I'm gonna wear my Roberto Cavallis because I haven't worn them in a while, right? I'll be right back. I'm gonna let y'all see the finished product. But these are things that often we tend to fail or neglect, right? Um, so, as men, especially black men, we want to get taken seriously. Let's put ourselves in position to be done so, right? Like, I keep hearing in a lot of different spaces and panels a bunch of black men saying nonsensical word salads. What do I mean? Well, a lot of guys are talking about, oh, uh, the government's not catering to us, right? These candidates aren't catering to us. We obviously know Donald Trump was catering to black men. He has the nerve to come out to songs like Many Men, Many, 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 Many Men, right? Wish death upon me, right? And then they got the nerve to be like, well, Kamala Harris isn't catering to us. She's only catering to black women or, simp guys. Really? Last time I checked, when there's a stage full of women shaking their body, yada, 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 the women aren't who they're catering to, right? Again, I just talked to y'all about looking at someone in a nice sundress, or when Meg Thee Stallion had the midriff halter top shirt on with her nice tight stomach showing, and the tight blue pants on with the white shirt and the blue tie, and like I said, the white shirt, and she was twerking her body, yada yada yada. You don't think that was for women's visual pleasure, do you? No, Kamala was catering to men because men are going to be like, blah, 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 right? So, the problem is you feel like you're not being taken seriously because as black men, since we're supposed to be the rulers, the leaders, the ones who run things, we're not being taken seriously by ourselves. Again, what do I mean when I say that? Well, I told you about the Sikh community who in 2017 had about 20,000 men enter the trucking industry simultaneously. Well, did you also know that they had something called a PAC? What is a PAC? Political Action Committee. And I'm not even going to talk about how us as outstanding black men have complaints about Pookie and Ray Ray, right? Oh, we want to complain about Pookie and Ray Ray all the time. Well, Pookie and Ray Ray, maybe they don't need to come with a political action committee. But good black men, you're supposed to come with a political action committee, right? You guys were upset that Kamala had 40,000 black women come together and raise money for her. When's the last time black men, and I'm not talking about Pookie and Reagan, but I'm talking about you so-called good black men, came together in the tens of thousands and raised money for anything. Yes, we came together in the tens of thousands for the Million Man March. That wasn't to raise dollars to get anything done, right? I was debating back and forth. Bronze, what's going on? I was debating back and forth with a guy on TikTok. Oh, you guys ready for reparations? Because I showed how black men are the lowest earning income across age lines, right? And I'm like, bro, the only way we're gonna get reparations is to get it ourselves. Oh, they owe us. Nigga, you sound like a fucking beggar right now. It's not begging, it's something we're owed. Bro, if you was in school and the bully took your lunch, you think he's gonna buy you lunch the next day because he beat you up and took your lunch? Not unless you bloody his mouth. You ain't ready to go to war, are you? No. Let me tell you why you're not ready to go to war. Because you have no money, black man. And again, I'm talking about you upstanding black men. You're also mad at Pookie and Ray Ray because the women get with the Pookie and Ray Ray. Well, Pookie got a plan. Ray Ray got a reason. What plan do you have? Because all I ever hear is, again, a bunch of where's my hug at ass dudes talking about some, you need to submit. You need to submit. To what, sir? And here's another reason that I'm fairly jaded, right? I can see why a lot of black women are over it with a lot of black men, right? Because you have, and I'm gonna show y'all the whole fit once I go outside. I might lose y'all for a brief second because I'm gonna get on my elevator, which means I'm gonna lose my Wi-Fi. But you know, like I said, you've got Pookie with a purpose, right? Ray Ray has a reason, right? It seems as if, you know, a lot of guys don't have a purpose or a reason. We just submit to me, woman. Well, what am I submitting to, right? And that you're not giving them a reason or a thing to submit to. So why would they submit, right? Here with me, she says, right? So bam, right? French cuffs with the cufflinks, shirt and tie, boom. Khaki pants, boom. Sneakers, right? Says, I think men airing their grievances is one step. If they're serious about changes, they'll come together and actually organize. Exactly. It's just a bunch of dudes looking for something to cry about, right? Right? Bear with me one second, y'all. Maybe I didn't lose y'all on the internet. But Pookie got a plan, right? Now, Pookie might not have a good plan, but a bad plan is better than no plan. And often, black men are coming with zero plan. So again, Pookie got a purpose. Ray Ray got a reason, right? Meanwhile, you know, we've got you, quote unquote, upstanding black men. Oh, submit to me, woman. All right, cool. Well, again, what am I submitting to? Right? We just telling her straight submit, and we have nothing of substance for her to submit to. So it's all right. So it becomes what's going on, Chief? So it becomes an exercise in futility. Chief, you got a light? Oh, good looking. Thank you, boss. Yeah, man, I'm getting my grown man on, bro. I'm tired of niggas. We can't be 40, 45 years old, dressed like we're 22. Here you go, boss. Expecting to be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with J's and shit. I got it myself, right? I just showed y'all up here. But at the end of the day, if I want political power, political prowess, I gotta have that. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of brothers who are, you know, like I said, we complain about Pookie and Ray Ray, but Pookie got a purpose. Ray Ray got a reason, right? So we can't be mad at women picking up Pookie and Ray Ray when Pookie and Ray Ray got a purpose and a reason. It's a bunch of us regular, outstanding black men who got it fucked up, right? We don't have no purpose. Or the shit that pissed me off the most, right? As a financial advisor, I came into this space. I went onto the manosphere. I went on to dudes' panels. None of these motherfuckers, everybody was like, oh, I'm high value man. I make all this money. And then when I was like, all right, come to me, a financial advisor. My fee is $300. Humming. You know what happened? I had black women sit down with me, pay my fee up front, no questions asked. Right? And these are black women who's touted, I got all this money, da 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 da. One of them I sat with, I was like, listen, I charge $300 an hour. She sat down, paid my fee. We went up on the second hour. I was like, look, we coming up on 2 hours. She was like, oh, I'll pay another fee. I said, nah, sis. I just want to make sure you get the value out of this. So am I a little bit jaded? Yes, because I've been failed by a bunch of black men, which I am one. Do you think I want to be saying that shit? No, because that's pointing the finger back at myself. She says, a man has to be in charge and in control of his own life. If he's a victim of the world, it's impossible for a woman to see about. Exactly. And there's too many dudes running around like victims, right? So exactly, we can't be victims, right? We can be victors, but not victims, right? And we keep running around like victims. So what's the difference, right? I'm sitting here morning. I'm sitting here chilling. I'm not doing much of anything, but I'm in a suit and tie. Let me tell you what that does. That commands respect, right? It's like walking out in a policeman's uniform or walking out in a military uniform or shit, any kind of uniform, right? Because, good morning. If a woman sees you in a work uniform, she get real moist, right? Let me give you an example. I remember back when I was living in where I was living in North Carolina, Winston-Salem, the Trey Folk, right? Like I said, 2008, 3 days before Mother's Day, I got shot 5 times in front of my mama. So I'm not your average bear, right? I was out there being a menace, out there being a fake Pookie and Ray Ray, right? I ain't about the streets. I'm a civilian, right? But my brother and I, we went, and there was this one beautiful chick, light skin, big old round brown, right? I'm sitting there, hey girl, I could do this, I could do that. My brother went up, he gave her that what I call 401k jelly. He went to her ear, whispered, hey, I got a full-time job and a 401k. You know who she left the bar with? My brother. Because there was stability there, right? But it wasn't just that it was stability. He had a plan. I didn't have no plan. I was a purposeless Pookie, right? But again, niggas, you be mad at Pookie and Ray Ray because the women picking Pookie and Ray Ray. Pookie comes with a purpose. Pookie come with a plan. Straight like that. Hey, girl, I'm going to flip your tax return, whatever. Right? Meanwhile, we're sitting here, submit to me. I'm Kevin Samuels. Listen, bro. Even Kevin Samuels was talking to men. Bro, if he was telling women, you got your $2.4 million retired, what the fuck you think he was telling men? Right? He was telling us to have substantially more and to be in a substantially better position. Right? Straight up. We gotta, especially as black men, we are the lowest. She says, not the Pookie. Yes, the Pookie. The Pookie has a purpose. The Ray Ray has a reason. Right? And simply coming outside, not looking 22 when you're 45 has a thing there. Now, don't get it twisted, because motherfuckers like Mark Zuckerberg wear a t-shirt and jeans too. But like I showed y'all from Brooks Brothers, he ain't wearing just a cotton t-shirt from Hanes. He's wearing custom t-shirts. And them shits are like $400. They're fitted to his body. Make sure y'all hit that like and share. What she says, single one? Exactly. Even the women who are not materialistic want stability. It's like a minimum. Exactly. Stability is where it's at. Anya, what's going on, sis? I've been seeing you in over in what is it? Your channel over there. I know she's got the men's panel coming up, I think, today. I'm gonna make sure to be over there. She said Ray Ray is going to get Pookie. Ray Ray got a reason. Like I said, it's just like I see this military. Thank you for your service, sir. It's like I see this military serviceman walking down the street, right? Ladies get real moist when they see that military serviceman. One, because they know that just like with the Pookie, they can be protected. Because they know that military man can whip some ass. Bravo with Sheila, yes. Right? Shout out to Bravo with Sheila Network. Right? So they know that that military serviceman, if it comes down to it, he could whoop some ass. If it comes down to it, he got it on him. Right? So that's what we're talking about. Right? The rich do play poor. Sometimes. We really don't. That's a misconception that happens in Black America, right? The reality is this. Rich people are label whores just like everybody in the hood. The only difference is that the rich don't wear the logos. So while you'll see somebody in the hood wearing a Gucci shirt and it says Gucci across the front, you'll see a rich person wearing a Gucci shirt and you'll have no fucking clue that it's Gucci. Right? So that's the major difference between the two. Right? Is there's nothing like prime example. The glasses I'm wearing. If you didn't know, these just look like a regular ass pair of glasses. Ain't no logos or nothing on them. But these happen to be Burberry. Hold on, let me see if I could. Right? Burberry. Right? Now, if you don't know, Burberry is made by Ray-Ban. So I paid extra for a pair of Ray-Ban glasses just so I could have the Burberry printed on it and pay extra for them. Right? So that's all that it is. Right? Damn, I've been going for almost an hour already. Right? But when you're walking in that manner, you got some authority with you. I would take a ride right now, but I don't feel like hopping in the benzo. Right? But these are things that we as a people need to recognize and realize and understand. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing labels. Wear your labels. But make sure that you put up money for a rainy day. See, I'm a financial advisor who's going to tell you the truth about shit, right? So I tell dudes all the time, yo, if you buying 4 pairs of J's a month every month for a 5-year run, fuck with a nigga like me. And instead of buying 4 pairs of J's a month every month for 5 years, I'm going to teach you how to buy 3 pairs of J's a month every month for the rest of your life. So even when you're 45, 55, 60, you can still wear 3 pairs of J's a month. So you're going to get the exclusive, so on and so forth. Right? What's going on, young man? How you doing today? All right. So she says, yeah, y'all don't forget to hit that like. Zach Musk and Rockefeller wears regular clothes. Well, yeah, they do wear regular clothes, but you got to realize that regular is relative to your income level. Right? So again, most wealthy people, the brand they wear the most is Hermes. Or in the hood, we call it Hermes, right? But Hermes is probably just the major brand we wear the most of. You just went and got you a coffee? That's what's up, Paige. So, as you guys know, like I said, Pookie got a purpose and Ray Ray got a reason. And if we're going to come with something, then we got to come with a political action committee. Meaning we got to put dollars to make sense. Right? Like, what's going on, boss? Right? I see a brother today who he's a store owner. He's owned a store in my neighborhood. Oh, see, I get to see some jiggling right now. Right? She walking down the street, booty jiggling. I'm looking. And I'm sure she hear me talking about a booty jiggling. but is rich, right? All the men right now, the construction workers that you hear this construction in the back, they stopped and looked at her, right? Oh yeah, I'm bold with mine, right? But at the end of the day, I ain't really pursuing nothing from it. I might stop her and say, "Hey, beautiful, you look amazing," right? I tell her you ain't got shit on my wife, but you know you look amazing today, right? So I did not feel like driving. I don't feel like driving right now neither, but I might go to the whip, right? Jig, I said the woman's to see jiggly jiggly on the man too. Whoa, what the fuck am I seeing here? That's some other shit, right? But this man that I see that owns a store, that's owned a store for about the last 25 years here in New Haven, this brother has been, you know, the ultimate. He dressed very regular, right? Just a regular pair of jeans and a button-up shirt just about every day. He's got a bunch of kids. But let me tell you what he's got. He's got a nice-ass house, right? Or a nice-ass apartment, right? Let me get out of here because there's too much noise over in this construction. I am gonna go to the car. Hold on. Let me show y'all the fit, the full fit while I'm at it. Right? Bam. What's going on, Chief? Right? So boom. Right? Like I said, when you're standing, you button it, right? The sleeves stick out is a sign of wealth, right? Bam. And I'm wearing sneakers, right? Now, the average person looking at them wouldn't know that these are Roberto Cavalli because they don't say it all over the place except for on the bottom, right? So, you know, these are some of the things and the steps that we can take uh, to put ourselves in powerful positions, right? And all that good stuff. What up, boy? Chilling, man. What you into?
Shit, about to make a couple runs.
All right, I'm on.
My mother, my father to a couple witnesses.
Got to do what you got to do, man. Cavallis. All right. Thank you. Right. So, Enya, I want to ask you. You know, and I got the response from I am the single one in Page T Clean that you know it's not exactly the same thing as you know when a man is in a suit, like a man seeing a woman walk. Like I said, I just saw the jiggly jiggly, a lady in a nice sundress. The curve, the curvature of her body was very nice for me to see and look at. Looking sloppy, really. Yes, I'm looking very sloppy, SM. Super sloppy in my custom tailored suit. Super duper sloppy. I look absolutely horrible. I should just come out with some pants sagging off of my ass, looking like a fucking 22-year-old who can't tie my shoes. I'm looking sloppy because you can't afford what I'm wearing. But that's fine. You can always go to Men's Warehouse and get a cheap Calvin Klein suit for like $100. You got to start somewhere, right? So, you know, yeah, I know. I have the casual conservative look. This is generally the look I wear. Um, no, the cuffs aren't hanging too far, and again, that's semantics, SM. You also have no picture. You have an avatar, so I tend to not take people like that seriously. What's good, bro? Because yes, the tie's off center because I just moved it. Now it's even further off center, right? It doesn't matter, bro. Um, but he says cuffs hanging too far. So again, like I said, that's a sign of wealth, right? When you have wealth, if you look at like I don't know, Mr. Wonderful, right? The farther out your sleeves are hanging, that meant more wealth. But he's not hating. He's just going from an uneducated perspective, right? So, you know, it's just like he's probably one of those guys who follows Mr. Lucario and Steve the Dean, calls them up and says, "Oh, you have no game," while he's watching them, right? Uh, when you post up something of you in a suit and tie, outside of your jail suit, we'll worry about that. Nobody's hating. He's just trying to get educated, right? He says the sleeves are hanging out too far. They're not. Again, buddy, this is a French cuff shirt, so it's gonna be a long sleeve. But again, that's why you see the cufflinks, brother. But you know, uh, people don't get it, right? Um, People are gonna feel how they feel, right? Um, and I ain't for everybody, so I could care less. But as I was saying, so you come in and you get suited and booted, right? And this is obviously casual because I'm wearing khakis. Um, okay, sure. So we're just going to ignore that. Keep typing in SM. Again, you're an avatar with no face, no name. You're faceless, nameless. I can't take you seriously, but with anything with a grain of salt. In fact, do this. Put your dimensions in the chat. What size are you? What sizes do you wear? Because you obviously don't dress well. Because you would want more than 1 inch hanging from your sleeves. Because again, it's a sign of wealth. But you are entitled to your own opinions, right? You obviously don't dress well if you're only thinking 1 inch of sleeve hanging out. I have substantially more than 1 inch of sleeve hanging out from all of my suits, and I happen to go to a place called Valentino. It's a custom tailored suit shop. In fact, good morning, Mahogany. How's it going? Exactly. Engagement is engagement. Uh, So, not everyone is a yes man, right? People are going to feel how they feel, and, it is what it is, right? 44 long, 16.5 net. No, I'm not playing, sir. I'm very serious. So, you're a 44 long jacket. Do you know your inseam? I'm not going anywhere. Now I'm going to go to my suit store, right? Uh, because this person seems to. This is actually engagement and content. It'll give me the ability to have something to do. Don't worry about being late. There's no such thing as late. Let me turn my radio off. Right. So I'm just going to go to where I go get custom made clothes from, just so I can show you. They're not open yet. It's 9 a.m. But he obviously doesn't have a custom tailor, right? This guy buys off the rack. I promise you. Right? Because a custom tailor, I know he doesn't have a problem with the look. He's just, and he's probably a person who likes French style, right? I like English style. So, he's got a 44 long, which means that you're above 6 feet, I'm assuming. You're also a portly gentleman, right? So you can't wear slim fit suits, right? And this is no diss to you, but obviously from the size, because I used to wear a 46 regular when I was portly, right? Um, so he feels that I'm looking sloppy, which hey, it is what it is. Don't know who those people are, but again, thanks for the advice. But what I'm going to do right now is bring you to the place that I go get my suits custom tailored, and show you that. So, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Don't say he's hating. He's just speaking his piece. That's not hate, right? That's just someone speaking what they're speaking. You can check out Men's Style, and there's a whole bunch of channels that are like that. But again, if you look at people like Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, his suits are often like this, especially with the French cuff, right? You want it sticking out substantially. Yeah, I'm actually looking at a G Wagon, but they want nearly 70 rats for it, and it's a 2013. It doesn't have a lot of miles though, right? My next suiting, I'm not checking anyone else out but my custom tailor, right? Because all my suits are custom tailored to me. I don't buy off the rack. A lot of the guys that you follow online are off the rack. right? So what ends up happening is off the rack does have a certain look, but a lot of guys are generally following an Italian style, right? Like I have a buddy who I went to high school with, OSK Styles, right? Bespoke Couture is the name of his brand because he does bespoke clothing, right? So in bespoke clothing, meaning custom made, that's kind of the way it works, right? So yeah, was 16 and a half neck with a 44 long is, those are kind of odd dimensions. Well, no, 16 and a half neck and a 44 long is about right. Because I was about a 16 and a half, 17 neck when I was wearing a 44. I'm sorry, 46 regular. So yeah, you're about the right size. Yeah, no, don't time them out. Keep them in the chat. This is great engagement, right? This is what black men need. Shit, it's a challenge, right? Um, don't time him out or anything. He's not. Hey, in fact, does he have a wrench? I need to get him a wrench, right? So, like I said, I'm just gonna take you to Valentino, which is where I get my suits custom made, just so you guys can see that, right? So that's where we're going right now. All right, just to show you guys. So I believe they're closed right now, but I'm just taking you guys here for a second. Says I see it. Well, it's difficult to find true African garb, right? But while I'm at it, guys, like I said, what's up, Kay? See what that says? Valentino Tailors, right? So, yeah, I don't mind him being, respectful. Let the trolls stay in. We need it. Engagement is engagement, right? So, Valentino Tailors, right, is a custom suiting store. You can go to valentinotailors.com. So again, custom, right? So bespoke, meaning that it's made to fit me and only me. Um, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Right? So I just did that to let you guys know. Trust me. You'll have often, especially black men who don't quite know, right? And so, we got to take our style tips from somewhere. But, even your boy Kevin Samuels, yes, he had small sleeves sticking out. But again, it's a sign of wealth the more sleeve you have sticking out, right? So you're wearing a 44 long, which means that he has extremely long arms, right? So those long arms, you're not going to have a lot of space for sleeve because he told me his neck size, but he didn't tell me his sleeve length. What's your sleeve length? That'll tell us exactly what you're talking about right there. What's your sleeve length, buddy? You told me your neck size and your blazer size, but you didn't actually tell me your size. That's not a lie. I just brought you to the tailor, bro. So, these people have been doing this for quite some time. Again, you're probably buying off the rack. Uh, he says Warren Buffett was wearing his cuffs like that. Again, it's a sign of wealth. The more wealth you have, it was a sign when you had your, with a 33, 34 sleeve length, bro, that's the sleeve length I wear. So you're capping there. Not with a 44 long, you're not going to have any sleeves sticking out at all. Right? So again, the wealthier you are in olden days, it was a sign of wealth. Who said I was Warren Buffett? If you'll notice in the comments, a person said that. And yes, I only worked in financial services for the past 15 years. Yeah, please don't time them out again. SM, when I get the chance, I'm gonna shoot you a wrench because I don't like to have people timed out and shit, right? Or ladies and gents, don't time them out Let them stay in the comments, right? He says, "Does your shirt have a pocket on your front chest, young man?" Not my custom shirts, no, but some of them do because they're custom. So I decide what the hell happens there. This one, which is textured, does because I decided to have one. I'm used to it because I used to buy off the rack when I shopped at Macy's, right? Yeah, Vape King was the one who mentioned Warren Buffett, but again, it was a sign of wealth because back in the days I got to look. Yes, that's what I said. Yes, the one I'm wearing right now does because it's custom and I like the pocket, right? So generally, I get the normal pocket versus the V pocket, right? Those are style choices. Again, my buddy who does suits, Bespoke Couture as well, right? Like I said, go to bespokecouture.com. You'll have a boatload of different options that are available to you for these things, right? He says the cuff is what? He says the cuff is offensive, my brother. Fair enough. Uh, some people may be offended by it because again, it is a sign of wealth. The longer your sleeves were pointing out meant that you had the money to may be a little bit different. Some people don't like, that style. This may be boisterous to some people, right? Some people are a little more toned down. He tends to be a little more toned down, right? I love that GLE. All right, let me go around this person. Let me just take a spinneroonie around the block. I have 3 bespoke suits so far. This is nothing new. I have most of my suits which are bespoke. Now, are they bespoke or are they made to wear? Because bespoke is, I mean, you can have different buttons, right? Let me ask you something. On the buttons, do you have kissing buttons or do you have buttonholes? Prime example, for most of my suits, I just do kissing buttons because you can't move buttonholes. I do have a few with buttonholes, right? Well, he's engaging. So he says, actually, thanks for the engagement as well. This is a good line for everyone. Yeah, it is a good time for everybody. I'll drop the link, but I'm getting ready to hop off. So, you know, what I want to do is, like I said, I want to give him a wrench, right? Because shit, this is good engagement. It's better than, oh, you're a simp and all this other nonsense. Uh, Thank you. So yeah, ladies, like I said, dressing, suit and tie, shirt and tie combo is, it feels good. And, even if it's not like a sundress, I'm sure ladies appreciate, the way a man looks and a tailored fit, right? Um, and then, then we get to different levels of materials, right? So, for example, mercerized Egyptian cotton versus, just regular cotton. Uh, are you wearing a cotton suit? Are you wearing a wool suit? Are you wearing, what kind of wool is it? Is it Super 120s or is it Super 170s? Right? That's going to change the price and the patterns that you're going to get. Right? So, yeah, there's a lot of people don't know a lot about men's dress. So I'm glad that SM is in here because there's a whole bunch of other black men who wouldn't even be able to have nearly this much of a conversation, right? So, like I said, is it Super 120s? Is it Super 170s? Right? So now you're looking at oh shit, hold on, let me change my glasses from my driving glasses to and these are Burberry as well. Like I said, all I wear for my eyewear is Burberry, right? I don't know if you guys can see that in there. It's probably not in focus. Um, let's see. So, right? But Burberry glasses, these are made by Ray. Says I love wearing my sundresses. Trust me, men love you when you're wearing your sundresses too. We do, right? So SM, stay in the chat because I want to give you a wrench because you are talking cloth talk with me, and at least you're able to banter back and forth with me, which I appreciate, right? Because a lot of brothers would be like, "Oh man, listen, humana, I got that Gucci," right? So this brother is at least being able to engage. Says my husband looks buff and flat stomach. Yes, right. So these are things, and also men, right? If you're a certain height, stop wearing 3-button suits if you're under 6 feet tall, right? 2-button or 1-button suits is what you wear if you're under 6 feet tall, right? 2-button, and if you're really slim, you can wear the 1-button. Hold on, let me go to my YouTube. I need to get. I am 5'9", right? So I wear a 2-button, right? And look, there goes my Benz. Hold on, I don't know if you guys can see. There goes my Benz, my E350, right? Uh, so that's all that matters, exactly, right? Hold on, I gotta lock up the car. So SM, stay right there though, brother. I want to give you a wrench. Hold on. Let me go to my YouTube and get this brother a wrench. All right, you should have a wrench right now. No, that's totally fine. I know a lot of people are working right now. I actually need to go get to some work. I have some clients that I've been trying to get through to my customer service at one of my insurance carriers that I work with to solve an issue for my client. So, unlike again, let's talk about a lot of these. And what kind of work do you do, brother? Because obviously, wearing suits, you have to probably work in some kind of a profession, right? Not saying that there's anything wrong with a job, but talking cloth talk, there's some form of a profession, right? So I like to teach about my financial services as well, because again, the sleeve is probably more pronounced because of the field I'm in, right? So that's kind of why I went and bought the Benz because it's easier for me to ask you, to invest $750,000, a couple $1,000,000 and hopping out of Benz than it is hopping out of a Camry, right? Like I know there's this one dude that I know who works in insurance as well, and he drives a Bentley. Now I don't particularly like the way the Bentley coupe looks, except for the fact that it's like a V12, so it's kind of a nice engine. But I'll probably just get how's it going? I'll probably just get another Benz for all that, right? Like I'll probably get an SL or something like that. My ultimate is to get the GT63 4-door coupe. I like that car. Right now, I actually just went to the dealership the other day because I saw a nice Porsche Boxster that I was looking at. So, I am in the market for a Porsche as well. Oh, you retired from the government. Okay, so you had your big three. I work with a lot of government, right? You're welcome. Depending on the sector that you're in, um, you know, like I've had I don't know what your GS level was, but I know people who are GS 14s, right? So I'm working with some high level individuals or highly paid individuals when we're talking about their income levels, right? Um, so trust me, I completely understand. And normally I'd be asleep too, Paige. I just went live this morning because I got woken up early this morning because my cat was asleep. Yeah, I know that's fairly high. But those are the levels of incomes that I work with, right? And I work with a lot of policemen, first responders, and municipal workers, right? Now they got a bunch of construction going on over by where I live. Also, just so you guys know, I live in one of the most expensive states in the country, which is Connecticut, right? The three most expensive states, not cities, but states, right, are Massachusetts, Connecticut, then New York. Lonzo, what's going on, brother? I got the door. Don't worry about it. Appreciate it, boss. So yeah, that's my neighbor. We share the same name. So G Alonzo, I'm YG Alonzo, I guess you could say, right? I'm not gonna be going for too much longer, but like I said, I do want to teach you a little on the financial services side of things. Let me see, I got you. You got it. All right. So, like I said, on the financial services side of things, you know, there is a certain look. Now, generally, what I do is I just rock a V-neck and a blazer, right? V-neck jeans and a blazer. I might lose y'all because I'm on the elevator, but there's nothing wrong with buying off the rack either. But a lot of these financial services guys, so things like AUM, right? Which is where a lot of people will tell you to invest, invest, invest. And the problem is we generally charge 2 and 20 fees on accounts up to $1 million, right? Why? Because do you know how much assets under management you have to make $350? $35,000, right? Because 1% of that is 35,000. So I drive a Camaro and wear sundresses. Wow. I, I bet you're stealing. Yeah, but that's your own store that you own, so you're not stealing when you're taking it from yourself. I'm trying to buy a mixed-use building this year. My cheap is on a whole new level. No, 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 no. The wealthiest state is probably it's going to be California, then Connecticut, then New York. Massachusetts is a very, very wealthy state as well, because of Harvard and their Harvard handicap. We have our Yale here, but you have the Harvard handicap. Um, I'm actually gonna hop off because my house phone is ringing. It's 9:30, and I need to hop on these phones and get back to work, or get to work. But I will go a bit later today. Later. Okay. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the link in the description of this video. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, yeah, go live. Definitely, y'all. Go over to Page channel. I'm gonna go watch from the clouds. But wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. And remember, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.